Hi, welcome back to our tutorial series to build a Healy. Last time we did that and there are many errors in, so we'll talk to you why that happens and how to get that correctly. So here that is a double line and that sharpens up the bending of the modifier of the subdivision, so we only need one, not two. So we hit X and say dissolve edge. Then without destroying the topology, you can delete loops or lines, like you would call that. And here we must say that should be straight line and then go here without product n-gones. N-gone is 3 counted one, and we need a 4 counted one to have a good topology. So we see here is a triangle and that is not allowed. So what we can do, we can make here a loop, Control R. No. Then we must go another way. We get a knife. Get here with left click at the end and hit spacebar to accept. Good. Then we must delete that edge there. So we get to edge selection, get that edge and X, dissolve edges. So that is open up now. Now we can cut from there to there. So knife again. And till that point spacebar. And that's it. Now we have here clear topology that are all 4 counted ones. But here that is a 4 counted one. 1, 2, 3, 4. But for clean topology it's important that I can loop everywhere without problems. And here I can't loop correctly. That were a normal loop there and not this one there. So what we can do is we can delete that one here, but when we delete that we don't have this 4 counts there. So I must look that I rotate that first, that I get here straight line, disable proportional and scale set 0. So we want to go now here, so Control R. Yeah, there we have the right one. But that makes no sense, so we get here with a knife and cut here through. And now we have the problem with this n-gone, and we only can get that by cutting there through. Then we have a choice to make it right. So I must look short. Oh, and we can cut now from there till there. Yeah, that is good. The only thing that's not so good is that that isn't loopable, because we get here an n-gone then. And when I delete that one, I have triangle there. So that's not good. But okay, we'll look at first at the other parts. What we have there. There's a lot of tweaking when you do such. You see here that is absolutely bullshit. So we must come here with the word selection. We see that one must go in float. That means it must go more there. That one more in. Must float without any problems. Here, that one, we try to bring it in a form that fits with the last point there. First get the top line, then the down line. So here we have the down line. And I must look where is here, that is the downward. Numpad 7 to get top view. Then move a little to see better what you get there. And that's it. And you see now it's a nice flow. Good. Here is a problem that it isn't near enough to get their smaller type of it. And to get that, we must loop there, but then it sharpens up at this edge. We can try, but I don't want to. When you ask me, I try another thing. I go simply there. Oh, what happens there? It's open. Why that's open? That is not good. Why that is open? Not good. Control set. Go back. Here is something open. No. Okay, mystery. But who cares? Yeah, we must get it smaller. There is no other way. So we bring them more to the side. Now, as I said before, now this edge is very harder. And that's not good because of that. We get here this whole line out. With X dissolve edge. So now we have a better chance here. And it's now 5 counted, that is bad too, only 4 is okay. So we X dissolve here the word. And then we cut here through. So we got here a knife again. And cut from there till there. Good. It's a better topology, but not real good topology at all. That here is a no-go. That every time should be in the float like all other two. So that means it must be more like that it is in float and it is correctly distanced to all the other words. Must be in float, like I call that. And then it's okay. And mostly you did that by car to by everything in your model. You can model so, or the most do it with a blueprint and background pictures. That works too. but that is the other style to do that. So good, we have that, and as I seen, here's a double one. That means we can get this whole part X dissolve edges, and here dissolve the word. Then cut through the knife. Good. That's better too. So it should be clean topology. I told it to you, you know what I mean. Good. We see that point here, and we look from downstairs. It don't follows anything, so it must follow the bottom line. That's better. Good. Here we need that to sharpen up that edge. Normally we need here a second one to sharpen up that edge here, but I don't do that at that part of our modeling. Here we should try to make that straight, so scale set 0. Every time the best is to work with absolutely values. Nothing can be so or can be so. No, it must be absolutely straight. So that here is not so important later. Good, but we have that. That's better than before. File save. But as I saw there, the front is more round than ours. So we get here the front line and get them more out. And we get here more round look. And we take the others with us and bring that more out. Such like that, I think. Maybe here a little bit back. Maybe here a little bit smaller, in my opinion. This tricky stuff. Such like that. That here looks to me too similar. That means this top line we get more into the Haley, so more till there. We can rotate that a little so that goes in float. Now you see we have here the problem that is too straight. That means here must go more out, and here a little to get there and float. Good, but not good enough. That is because dead lines here are too fuzzy. They must go in float. We come near. But not near enough. That must be more back than the other ones. That is a rule, and some rules we must take as it is. Here is it should be round, so never it can be as straight as this. So that must come a little bit more up, that we get more this round look. Here we have to go in float. That here normally flows there. Yeah, it's tricky stuff. Nobody says that it is easy. But such things an artist must do. So it is not perfectly at the moment, but we come near to that. The glass later will come till there, so that will be a long line, and that must be done a little bit shorter, I think. So we get here with background selection, B box selection, get the whole front, scale X to make that a little bit shorter. Yeah, it comes more and more. But here is too far away, so we bring that more in front. That should be in float. Good. We have that. That here should be a little bit more into, so that we get there the float too. Yep. Here is not floating correctly. Sure, when you make there a good plan before you start with the modeling, then you don't get these problems here. But I don't know anyone that can think what happens. It every time comes other than you thought when you blender. And because of that, I simply start and then I look where are the errors and get them away, and then it's good. So later we must find here better way to do that. I think the best way to do that is delete them, so we have a better result there. Here it's too flat. I don't like that. Too flat. Yeah, that is nearly the same height. That's not good too. So that one should be lower. That we get here a nice round float. So that one should be more there. That one more up. And a little bit better. Think it's near too good, but not incomplete. But it is enough. Good. So what we do, we grab that where it should be. See that is too high there. So file save and make a secure copy. So Shift D and bring it outside. So again we go here. Alt A deselect, C circle selection and bring that to fit with the rest there. Here we must retweak. Sure you can get that here completely out. So, but then we lost here the bending control and that isn't good. So, we go here, straight line on. Let's look, the door is normally there. So that means that whole thing here must be more down. And that means we must get this whole thing here more down. And then this part also here, that for sure too. So nice, nice, nice. That one too. Get there, it infloat. So good. Now we must go up from there. So Control R and make there a loop in and bring them to that height. Then we get here this whole line. It is with holded control. And then start point, end point, and then he marked that. So E to extrude and bring it here to the side. You see the problem. He rounds up. So Control R, we need here loop to control the roundness there, and here loop to control the roundness there. So Control R and bring them there. Good. Here we go now to the next stage. So extrude again and bring it till there. This whole part here we extrude up to the roof. And here's the same. Control R, make a loop. Here, Control R, make a loop. And to the top part also. So we have that, and we'll see that should then be closed here with F, and then we need another loop there and one there and one on the other side. So we get that. Good. We see that don't fit here, so we need to go here up to get the same thickness there. With hold it shift you can make it slowly. Good. So we get now out here this words, extrude and bring them up. Then we close that part here with F and get that. We take the whole top line and scale set 0, so we are at a straight line. Have no problems with that. Here normally we can do that too, but in a moment I don't need to. We see here the bending, later we must control that better. And we need here the bending later too, so Control R, make the 3 loops in. and we will later control that too. In the moment we see that is far away from there, we see that later. I can't say how that will be later. So this door is nearly to the bottom. That means yeah, it's only a very, very small part there. That's down there. So I think it is that one here till there, and that with E we extrude that till there, and then comes here a smaller part that rounds up to the back. So we extrude again and bring it till there, and there the round starts to flow into the rest. So we get that here extruded upward to the ceiling again. We see that is here all straight lines. So we get Control R loop on that side. Normally here 1, 2, but then we sharp up the front that we don't want. So we wait there, Control R, because there is another possibility, Control R here, to get this rounding effect undid or not as strong as it is then. But it is other thing. We can talk about that in another session, not in this one. Extrude and bring it upward and close it with F. Then Control R, bring the loops into sharpen up, and that's that. Don't forget that here isn't a straight picture, so when you rotate the picture, then you see how it looks when it is straight. So, okay, that is good for that. File, save. Yeah, now comes another part that is heavy again, to change from flat to a smaller one and then to a round one with the tail there. That is all not so easy, but easy is boring, so how want to make it easy? Who wants to make it easy? Yeah, you must look later. You must make it a little bit smaller than the rest there, but okay. So we did enough for today. File, save, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.